that's actually how Deadly got his name.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he covered that on the podcast
I
he
don't
was
think
on.
so.
I forget what game they were playing. One of the either Battlefield or
Yeah.
something. And Sean didn't have a gamer tag really at the time.
Yeah.
So our other brother, his in-game name was Deadly Nedley.
Yeah.
So of course Sean takes the Deadly moniker and just adds his initials.
Oh, okay.
SLOB. So that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
People think slob, like think he's lazy and a
Oh,
slob,
no
but
way.
it's just the capital letter of
Yeah.
each of his initials.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Tarduck's podcast. I'm Barry, or Noof. And for our first pod, we have Will from Deadly Slob's streaming channel, and he's one of the mods. Will, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hey everybody. Like you said, my name's Will, or everyone knows me as Wilburforce33. For better or for worse, I guess some days.
So now, how long have you been a mod?
I've been modding for him pretty much since he started.
Oh, no way. Holy crap.
Yeah, well, as a lot of people probably know, he streamed WoW a long time ago.
Yeah.
I didn't mod then. I pretty much came on whenever he started with Dayz.
Okay.
So it was before he was full time.
Yeah.
But so I've been modding for him ever since that. It's pretty, like you said in your tweet.
Yeah.
I'm his brother, so he kind of asked me to do it when he was early on, and I've just kind of stuck there ever since.
Oh, no way. Now, how many mods is a part of, does he have on his channel right now?
Well, right now there's probably about 20 plus mods.
Holy
crap. As far as active mods.
Yeah.
So there's only been a couple that he's taken mod away from.
Yeah.
Just because they're either not active anymore or whatever other reason.
Yeah.
So on a day-to-day basis, you'll have like 10 to 12 there.
Holy shit.
So it kind of helps because a lot of our mods are from different parts of the world.
Yep.
So even when he's doing 24-hour streams, for example,
yeah,
he knows he's always going to have somebody there covering it.
Yeah. Okay.
Might only be one guy for those big crowds sometimes, but
Yeah.
at least you have somebody.
I can't imagine what that must be like. So you've seen him grow, like back in the Dayz days. What was his average, viewer was per stream?
Well, whenever I started modding for him with the Dayz days, he was probably only getting maybe 50 to 100.
Yeah.
But he also, so what happened was he started there, and then I kind of remember it like clear as day, because he used to do sub meetups on Saturdays
Yeah.
in Dayz. So when we used to do those early on, there might have been 8 to 10 people there. It was a manageable group.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Us mods, we could go into it because we could do both because the channel wasn't crazy yet.
Yeah.
And then probably about maybe a year and a half to 2 years into when he was doing that, all of a sudden we were getting 30, 40 people in those mod days. We were getting 200 to 300 to 400 people in the chat. So it pretty much became he couldn't do it anymore, because you can just imagine what at the time TeamSpeak would have been like.
Oh my God, yes, that's right.
With 30 to 40 people all trying to get their attention.
Yeah.
Trying to get their 2 cents in, talking over everybody. So he just had to stop it pretty much because of the amount of people.
Yeah.
But so at the start it was about 50 to 100 people, and then it's just slowly grown from there.
Oh wow, that's so cool. Now, what I guess, first of all, some people who are listening or who may end up finding this podcast may not even know what role does a mod have. Like, there's a Twitter standpoint, or not a Twitter standpoint, there's a Twitch standpoint and a Discord standpoint from a modding standpoint. What is, in your opinion, what does the mod do?
So mod pretty much, for the Twitch standpoint, I'll start with that first, because that's just kind of what I'm more familiar with.
Yeah.
Pretty much you're just don't want to say a glorified babysitter, but you know what some internet chat rooms can get like sometimes.
Oh God, yes.
But yeah, pretty much you just keep chat civil and moving.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, we have rules we don't exactly post those rules anywhere because they're pretty standard.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Common
much
sense.
just, yeah, just like don't be an idiot
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like we try to keep, we try our best to keep like all the polarizing topics out of chat,
Yes.
just because it's a never-ending conversation on both sides, right? Like you're not gonna change people's minds
No.
either way.
Especially
So,
today.
oh man, well, as far as like I'm sure you know what's going on in this
Yep.
country right now.
Yep.
The last since about Saturday.
Yeah.
But so essentially, you're just making sure everyone stays civil towards each other.
Yeah.
They're following the rules. Um, chat's moving. So just say if they're going in a direction as far as the conversation's going,
Yeah.
you know it's going to go negative.
Yeah.
You might try to steer them in a different way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it too is if someone's trying to get just say some good information across. So if Battlestate Games tweets something, for
Right.
example, and it doesn't seem like Deadly's seeing it because
Yeah.
chat's moving. We try to get his attention for things. If there's issues with the stream, like we'll let him know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So yeah, essentially you're just kind of making sure everyone's following the rules
Yeah.
and just keeping chat moving.
So now, do you guys have an open voice chat going on, a comms channel in Discord, or you guys just have a separate chat going that, you sort of keeping tabs of what's going on?
Yeah, we do have a separate Discord altogether. We have two channels. Essentially have one that anytime we ban somebody,
Yeah.
we kind of just put it in there to say why. It's a little easier now with Twitch's new mod mode.
Okay.
They added that a while ago, so essentially it has everything that's going on, all activities going on in chat.
Yeah.
So if you purge anybody, time them out, or ban them, and
Yeah.
you can go back and see their chat history.
Oh,
So
okay.
it kind of helps us that way. We don't have to have that second channel, but we do have a voice channel that's going all the time.
Yeah.
Half the time it's just us memeing on Deadly, but but he keeps saying he's got a lot of it too is we're trying to get him to have that open on the side
Yeah.
because of course with the increased number of people it's getting harder for us to get messages to him.
Yeah.
So he is going to start doing that, have the mod chat open like on one of his screens.
Yeah.
So we can just communicate with him directly.
Yeah. It makes sense
So-
with the number of people that are in his live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Now, have you let's see here. When he first started, did you guys have the rules in place, like the set rules, or have you guys modified them as as time went on, and is there?
Oh, they've definitely modified for sure.
Yeah.
At the start, it was pretty much as long as you weren't saying anything
Yeah.
racist in chat,
Yeah.
anything would go.
And then-
Because I find this too, like I've kind of modded a little bit for some friends that have started,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's almost they're really reluctant to ban people at the start,
Yeah.
regardless of what they're doing, because they don't want to turn anybody away, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Because
funny.
They want to get those numbers up.
Yeah, it's actually I saw a video from Sigma in our streamer class that she said the exact same thing. Like,
Yeah.
you're just getting started, and you need those 3, 4, 5 viewers, and you don't want to ban somebody. Like, you need them there, and yeah, it's interesting you say that.
So early on, there's a lot of just timing out and warning,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So they at least maybe come back.
Yeah.
But also with that too, is if someone comes to your channel and they're new,
Yeah.
and the first thing they see is somebody saying that,
Oh.
and then they're still there,
Yeah.
that could work very negatively as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So you pretty much just have to say, all right, I got to decide what kind of community I want to build here,
Yeah.
right from the start.
Gotcha.
That's how Deadly's viewed it.
Yeah.
It was pretty he was pretty good at the start. Like he knew too if someone was being an idiot, we just got him out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been times there's times still now that we ban somebody and then he's like, I don't know, guys, and then 9 times out of 10 we unban him and the guy just continues to be an idiot in chat, so we end up banning him again. But,
Oh shit.
yeah,
now,
so
for the most part, though, the times I've been in his stream, it's pretty calm chat. It's not so, I've seen some streamers where they agitate chat, and then chat gets whirled up, and it just gets it's a snowball. But for the most part, it seems like it's a pretty easygoing vibe he has going on from chat
Yeah,
standpoint.
no, for sure. Like, so that's pretty much right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Just kind of like I said, it's how he built it from the start.
Yeah.
We do tend to have an, I don't want to say older or more mature demographic,
Yeah.
but our average age is higher than a lot of other chats.
Yeah.
Which kind of helps in that way too.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of keeps, I don't know, the spammers and
Yeah.
memers kind of out a bit
Yeah.
more. They're still in there, and we still love having them because they're funny sometimes. But yeah, we do definitely have a more, not mature, but maybe an older demographic.
Yeah.
Like I think he did one of the uh he did a poll, sorry,
Yeah.
kind of just to get an idea, and I think we were above 28
Yeah.
was the average age, so like 28 to 35. And actually, a bunch of our mods are in their 60s, 50s, and 60s.
Are you
as well.
serious?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like,
shit.
actually, I think we might have one that's close to 70. One of the original mods.
Oh my god. So I don't feel so
Yeah.
bad. I'm almost 50
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, shit, okay, this is good.
Yeah. Well, his name's Glass Eye. You don't see him in there very often,
Yeah.
but he still pops in from time to time.
Oh,
So he's
really?
in. I'm pretty sure he might get mad at me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in his 70s, I
Oh,
think.
shit.
At least in his 60s. But
Yeah.
Daddy Cash, for example, is in his 50s.
Yeah. Oh man.
He started off, I'm pretty sure, when he was in his 40s though. But yeah, he's pretty good at swinging the hammer sometimes too.
Well, that's funny. I see your icon here is the band hammer. So,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, when that comes down, do you
Yeah,
do you have
well,
to swing that thing a lot?
oh yeah. I've definitely speaking of adjusting as the years gone on in chat,
Yeah.
I've definitely adjusted my modding style.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you had a
Um,
quick trigger finger in the past?
Oh yeah, like when I first started, it was actually the first person I ever banned in chat. We still talk about this. Is Quacks for Days,
Yeah.
and he's a mod now,
Oh
and
shit.
he's our head Discord mod.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that's
just because I was new. Like Deadly's been in the internet world a lot longer than I have.
yeah.
So whenever he started, I was kind of new to Twitch and
Yeah.
new to game chats and online chats, so I didn't really know. So I was just like ban, 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 ban. But it's funny, for Christmas last year, he got me a custom-made ban hammer. The thing weighs about 40 pounds.
Oh my god.
With Wilburforce engraved on the side of it. It was kind of a joke, but it's pretty awesome too.
That
It
is
looks
pretty
like a
cool.
Thor hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Now, have you had to ban anybody in town that knows you?
Funny story. I don't know them personally.
Yeah.
And they don't know I'm Wilburforce.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure they don't know me.
Yeah.
But there was I think it was whenever, it was either early on in the Tarkov days or when he was still playing Dayz for his main game. There was a couple guys in chat and they're just stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Just whatever. So I timed them both out, kind of messaged them, said like, all right guys, kind of, this is your warning.
Yeah.
And of course, you know how that can go sometimes. It's either, yeah, no problem, sorry I screwed up, didn't
Yep.
know, or it's they
For-
just call you down to the lowest, curse at
Oh,
you, everything.
God.
It was that side.
Yeah.
So I just banned them both.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the grocery store later, and there's a group of kids, like probably 15 to 16 years old, kind of just outside the store. And I kind of heard them talking about, do you know who this Deadly Slob guy is?
Yeah.
Of course, my ears perk up. Anyway, and one of the kids is like, yeah, his effing mod banned me today. I didn't do nothing and all this stuff. I was like, oh, God. I was going to keep talking.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's living in such a small town.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of cool seeing people that watch.
Yeah.
But then also you can get that side, too, if they're
Oh yeah.
they're a little rowdy.
Yeah, and especially like you said, being a small town, somebody gets wind of, finds out who he is, and then his brother mods for him too, and everybody because it's a small town, word spreads, and next thing you know, interesting.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's,
seems.
oh,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the toxicity level is almost nil, it seems, or you guys just do such a good job that the average viewer doesn't see that or doesn't notice that.
Yeah, we like I said too. Part of that is the community Deadly's built.
Yeah.
He's got pretty high standards for that stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So sometimes sometimes we're able to get people out before he even notices they talked in chat.
Yeah.
So that's one benefit of having so many active mods.
Yeah.
In it. So it's a little, of course, it's a little harder when he's doing the drop days when he has 30, 40,
God.
50. The most he's ever had is 107,000 people.
Well, I was just going to ask you about that.
So-
You know, that first time those numbers skyrocketed, were you guys like, holy shit, you know, get everybody on all hands on deck type thing?
Yeah, like that mod chat I was talking about earlier with you in
Yeah.
Discord, that was pretty crazy.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Because everyone, so especially that day, so the way that day worked is the one that he had 170K, or
Yeah.
107K, sorry. So that was the first, I believe, drops that Tarkov did.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, Pesley had insane numbers.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So pretty much he was having to give streamers a heads up that he was planning on raiding them.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Deadly got word from Pesley that he was going to raid him this day. So of course he sends the message out to all of us. All right, guys, we're going to have 100,000 plus people. Anybody who can possibly be on that day, please be on.
Yeah.
So so we did have a heads up, so we were able to prepare for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And he actually modded 2 or 3 longtime members, additional, like
Okay.
added them to the group that day. So, and like I said, that new mod mode in chat, like we can go slow mode.
Yeah.
We can go follower only, because really, if you go follow, we try not to go sub only.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you don't want to make them have to pay to talk.
No.
And that's how Deadly views at it. Like he never wants to have to force somebody to sub.
Yeah.
But follower only, at least, you know, kind of keeps some of the idiots out that just want to go in a chat and just spam stuff.
Yeah.
At least if they're going to make the effort to follow, you know, it's less likely to happen.
Right. No, that makes sense. Yeah, like you said, you don't want to discharge. Like, you know, I was listening to Veritas a few weeks ago, and yeah, poor guy. Some of these people that come in, they go in looking for a fight, and
Oh,
it
man.
almost got to the
Yeah.
point where he was like, you know, guys, I gotta, you know, I may have to just whoever subs can chat, because it was just like, and you know, they're like sharks in the water. It seems like if they get a bit of blood, and you know, one of the guys who are streaming are back on their heels, or you know, they'll go a little defensive, and then they just swarm, and it gets ugly.
Yeah, like Deadly would say too, like the worst thing you can do to those guys is give them the attention.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want, right?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
but sometimes it's very hard to not address it.
Yep.
So that's why sometimes like we'll be in chat, but we could all be busy at the same time. We could be all be doing something, the mods.
Yep.
And stuff like that does slip through sometimes, and he has to do it himself. So that's almost giving them the satisfaction of
Right. Yeah. Oh, I got
getting
Deadly.
that attention, that rise out of them.
Yep. Exactly.
So that's why we do our best to kind of get that stuff out as soon as we can. But yeah, like as far as sharks in water, it's almost like a mob mentality. Sometimes,
Yes.
like you could have guys in chat just talking normal and being great like great chatters.
Yep.
But they're just waiting for that one guy to like be edgy,
Yeah.
and then they just all like jump in on the same side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's where you guys who've been doing it for a while can recognize that and just put a stop to that before it gets out of control.
You definitely see the red flags.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's wild.
But like, I know it's been a lot of almost sounds like modding's a headache. Like it's not. Like it's great seeing him grow to where he is, especially as his brother.
Yep.
Like it's pretty awesome to see how like the community's built.
Yeah.
Kind of the standard he keeps everyone to.
Yep.
So I do really it is really, really nice to see that as well.
Well,
So it's not all bad for everyone listening.
Yeah, well, when he was on our my other podcast, The Hideout, he's first of all, he really focused on playing solo, so he can connect with his community, connect with his chat.
Yeah.
And I got to think, he's been doing it for so long, and you've been a mod for his for so long that over the years, you guys probably come to know a lot of the people that continually come by.
Oh no, like, well, that's how our mods, like, so a lot of people ask how to become mod. So essentially, it's like the rule ones don't ask for it.
Right.
Just be a consistent viewer, supportive of the stream, sharing it on Twitter,
Yeah.
and like all that stuff, like all the things you pretty much don't really have to try to do, just kind of be supportive.
Yeah.
And if you're in there all the time, like we just added a new mod the other day, Yimmy. He's been there forever,
Yeah.
and he just always constantly there, really good in chat, like good conversation, all that stuff. And anyway, so like gave him the sword the other day.
Ah,
But
nice.
yeah, one thing for a mod too, like I would recommend turning whispers off on
Yeah.
Twitch. That's definitely if you're one that tends to ban a bit more, like
Yeah.
me. um, so yeah, so because if you think someone deserves to get a whisper, you just send it to them. Like if you need an explanation why they got banned or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just keeps so much of the toxic stuff out.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because you can just all these side conversations come at you. It's like,
Oh
you're
man.
an asshole. Why'd you do that? And
Oh yeah, and like they even resort to like death threats sometimes.
oh, no way.
Yeah, but that's just it's
Yes.
just
Keyboard warrior.
nothing. Oh, big time.
Yeah, it's just the internet's full of people. That's one of the things. It just gives everybody the right to hop on their soapbox and say whatever the hell they want without even thinking about it.
Yeah, everyone's brave behind the keyboard, right?
Oh, yes.
Like you see that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, a funny thing about that, kind of go off topic a little bit. So of course Markstrom.
Yep.
So he's been a long time friend of the channel. He's part of his stream team.
Yep.
I've been sub to him for not as long as Deadly, of course, but I've been an OG sub almost since with him as well.
Oh shoot.
So he, how notice how Twitch has the tags at the bottom underneath the stream. So he pretty much made a tag saying it was either survival shooters or something like that. So Markstrom was the creator of that tag.
Yeah.
So anybody who would send a complaint about a ban on a stream that had that tag on it would go to him.
Oh shit.
So the first time, I know you probably want to cover PAX a little bit later.
Yeah.
But the first time we met was at PAX.
Okay.
And he's like, you mother. He's like, the amount of messages I've been getting because of you. Anyway, I end up buying him a beer and a dinner or something, make it up to him. But because this is apparently too. I don't know if there's any truth to this or not, but there's a dedicated Discord.
Yeah.
With everyone in it. I don't know how they find out about it, but people I've banned.
Oh no way! So you have your own.
Yeah. I'm like the guy who brought that up in chat like a week ago. I'm like, there's probably maybe like 3 people in it.
Oh.
Not because I don't ban a lot of people, it's just because who would join a Discord, complain about a mod.
Oh god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I just messaged him and said, yeah, tell my fans, thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. Speaking of PAX, so I'm assuming you, the PAX one in Boston you went to, PAX East?
Yeah, PAX East.
A couple of years ago?
Yep.
So now, was that your first one?
Yeah, that was my first one. Of course, my first one since, because they had it in 2019.
Yep.
And then,
then
pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, went in 2018 with Deadly.
Yeah. Now, what was that like? You go
awesome.
there? Yeah.
So, I'm still relatively new to the whole PC gaming side.
Yeah.
So, it was actually pretty awesome to see all the booths and setups and all the new stuff there. Like, it really opened my eyes.
Yeah.
To how big it actually is. Of course, I know it's a big industry, but it was really cool. Seeing a lot of the indie game developers there too was awesome. Got to meet a lot of the community, which was pretty wicked.
I bet. I think that's the one Pastilli showed up to as well, right?
Yeah, he was there. Who else was there in our group? Willers was there before he was like big.
Yeah.
He was still like big compared, but not what he's like now.
Yeah.
So he was there, met him, met P-Bro.
Yeah.
Pep now, but P-Bro at the time. Of course, met, Aces, ever hear Aces Fury?
Yes, I've heard the name a couple of times.
Yeah, so he's been a long time friend of the channel.
Yeah.
And used to be Deadly's eyes in the skies and Dayz, like he was the Overwatch guy.
Okay.
Let Deadly run around and do all the CQB stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he met him. He's an awesome dude. Met a couple other members. Met Markstrom.
Yeah.
met Monster D Face, like a lot of members of the community. It was pretty
that's
cool to
cool.
put faces to the
Yeah.
voices and names too.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was cool too because guys would be walking up. It was the first time I think Deadly ever realized how much of a reach he has.
Yeah.
Because living on PEI,
Right.
it's just small PEI. But
Yeah.
whenever he has kids and people walking up to him like, "Oh my God, you're Deadly Slob, can I have your picture?" like stuff like that.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
so I went from mod to photographer for a weekend.
Oh
Pretty much.
God. Oh yeah, I
But it
guess
was
so.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
on our Christmas pod, some of the guys were talking about like One Peg and Veritas were talking about running into Pastilli, seeing Baddie,
yeah.
and yeah, so it sounded
Oh
like
yeah,
it was
Baddie.
awesome.
Yeah, I met Baddie. He's an awesome dude.
He
Um.
seems like he's quite the character.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not an act.
Yeah.
he's 100% genuine. That guy.
Ah.
So what you see on stream is
Yep.
just a great dude. Tweak is
Okay.
awesome
Yep.
too. But yeah, I know I'm gonna miss names and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you missed me," but no, and like even got to meet like Loyal Patriot was there,
Yeah.
Mr. Moon.
Oh God.
So got to meet Moon, and one cool thing Deadly said was Moon knew who he was,
Yeah. Oh
so he knew
wow.
exactly who Deadly Slob was.
Yeah.
So he's like, that was pretty freaking cool.
Oh shit.
So yeah,
That's cool, man. That must be
yeah,
something special to see. Like like you said, you guys are from PEI. You go to Boston, and all of a
yeah.
sudden it's like, yeah, you guys, people know who you are and recognize your brother, and yeah, it's,
Oh yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. Like one funny story from PAX was bet you didn't know Deadly only almost became a full-time Fortnite streamer.
what?
No, so I was not at this party,
Yeah,
but it was just I forget who it was for, but it was just a big meetup, bunch of streamers.
yeah.
So all of a sudden, the guy from Red Bull Gaming comes up to him.
Oh shit.
Deadly's had a couple, whatever. So he's like talking to him, wanting him to sign Red Bull Gaming and all this stuff. Deadly's like, yeah, I drink Red Bull. Yeah, that sounds awesome. So anyway, he missed the part where the guy's like, yeah, you'd have to like, we'd want you to become like a full-time Fortnite streamer, all this stuff. So
Oh
Pep P-Bro sees this and like quickly swoops in and gets him out. He's like, Deadly's too drunk, gotta get him out of
yeah. Oh
here.
God.
But I guess that's what those guys are doing. They're kind of
Oh
scouting around, trying to get people signed up. And I
yeah.
don't know, you can say whatever you want about how they were doing it, going to a party when people were drinking,
Right.
trying to get them to sign official documents. But
Yeah. That's kind of shady. That's not
it
cool.
is a little bit, but
Yeah.
it was, yeah. So we still bug him about that all the time.
Yeah, he could have been streaming
But
Fortnite for 5 years.
yeah,
Oh
oh,
God.
he does. He'd be the first one to admit it too. He does not have the energy for that.
Ah, no,
Be
it's
like on all the time.
yeah. Oh God.
But yeah.
Now speaking of Tarkov and whatnot, like do when you said you were a mod for him at the Dayz days or also in the WoW days?
Just the Dayz days.
Okay. Did you see a
The WoW
different?
days. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So do you see a difference in the community from Dayz folks in chat versus Tarkov folks in chat?
Yep. Because again, at the beginning of Tarkov,
Yeah.
it was trending towards an older,
Yeah.
kind of more mature side.
Yeah.
Not to say Dayz isn't.
Yeah.
But there's less toxicity at the start.
Yeah.
But also it was harder to get like, we were big. Our stream was big into the Dayz Underground community, which was a Dayz RP server.
Oh, okay.
So we had our own clan and stuff like that on there,
Yeah.
our own faction, I guess, and so we were big into that. So it was you were missing that part of it a little bit. Like it was nice being part of the community and ingrained in it,
Yeah.
but also we had to deal with less issues in chat.
Ah.
But like, there's a lot more stream snipers in Dayz.
Oh God. Yep.
There's a lot more people, a lot more hackers at the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, people trying to DDoS them. There's there's a lot more issues as a mod to watch for.
Yeah.
But of course, with Tarkov, with how popular it's getting, that's kind of slowly starting to creep into Tarkov's chat now as well.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, because from a couple of years ago when the first drops happened, and
Yep.
just seeing how it exploded, and Like I think Pistilli was pulling 200,000 people
It's
this
crazy.
past Christmas.
Yeah, like I know like Tarkov after that first drop day, or that drop kind of period
Yeah.
when it got crazy. It's not they got a lot of the first person shooter base,
Mm-hmm.
like more the Call of Duty kind of
Yep.
community kind of jumped over.
Yep.
So of course a lot of the complaints were
Oh God,
you
yes.
know it's not like Call of Duty, so it's not like slower paced.
Right.
It's like why is this not like Call of Duty? Why is this it's broken?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still get that from time to time now,
Mm-hmm.
but I find a lot of them have kind of adjusted their viewpoint and opinion of it
Yeah.
and realize it's not like your regular first person shooter.
No, not at all.
It's a completely different game altogether.
Yep. Absolutely. Now, I know when I put out my tweet about you, or no, yeah, I think Deadly talked about it on stream one day, talking about you swinging your meaty hammer. Yeah, where I told, I tweeted out, we're not going to go down that route, but I had to laugh at that one. It seems like you guys had good camaraderie around you, everything that's going on, and with the mods and with Deadly.
Oh yeah, like we have definitely have a good relationship, mod to streamer.
Yeah.
You could joke saying that's part of the reason why you have Josh Allen up as my picture and I'm not on cam is just to not have that threat of me swinging the hammer around.
You're right.
But yeah, no, we joke, and trust me, no one gives them a harder time about screwing up in game or something on stream than the mods.
Oh, well, that's
we,
what it
we
should
definitely
be.
Yeah, we definitely make sure we keep him humble. That's for sure.
Well, especially as as his brother, you've definitely got to keep him keep him focused and keep him in line.
Yeah, and I kind of started a thing a while ago where I send a dad joke every day, pretty much, and then as soon as I send that, chat just starts sending 100 of them, and
so that's okay.
Yeah, they're all cringeworthyly awesome though. So
now, is he older than you or younger?
He's younger. He's 2 years younger.
Oh, okay.
He's the baby of the family.
Oh shit.
We have another brother as well, Ned. But he's not into gaming as much.
Yeah. Now, speaking of gaming, so where did I'm assuming you come from some gaming history or whatnot as well. So like, what was your first console, or do you remember when what was that first game that you started playing? Way back.
The first game I remember kind of diving into was Diablo 2.
Yeah.
So myself and Deadly do have a lot of similarities in what we played when we were younger.
Yeah.
I didn't get as much into WoW and RuneScape.
Yeah.
I was more Diablo because that's what my buddies played, so we all played that.
So you guys, so out of the gate, you guys were PC gamers, or was there a console before that?
Yeah, we were PC gamers at the start.
Yeah.
We had an Atari.
Oh God, yep.
Dad from her father, but the first online.
Oh come on, you can't do that. I was saying that was my first console. Was my Atari. It's like, oh Jesus, all right. My dad had the Atari. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. And he had the NES. And, we had the N64, all the Nintendo stuff when we were younger, right? Because that's kind of more kid oriented.
Right.
But the first console, we've been an Xbox family.
Yeah.
So we had the original Xbox. I still remember playing Halo 1, Halo 2 on that.
Yeah.
But the first game that kind of got me into it, kind of brought me into the online world, was definitely Diablo 2.
Okay.
But I also kind of, just with my personal background, I kind of tend more towards the sports games.
Yep.
And I played a bit of Call of Duty, but I was big Halo as well. Big into Halo.
Yeah, because I from the impression I get, Deadly's not a sports guy.
No. He is, how would I put it? He's got the, I better be nice to him. Nah, he's my brother.
No, yeah, he's your brother. If you can say, like, I tease my wife, like, when we're doing anything athletics, hey, you have the athletic abilities of a pregnant yak. And
well, I was gonna say he's got the coordination of a plastic bag in the wind. So you never really know where his arms and legs are going. Like I once saw him go for a layup in basketball playing in the yard, and he hit the bottom of the rim. The ball came back, hit him in the head.
Oh shit!
Cut it. So, but thing was, growing up, like he played hockey. He played
Yeah.
all the other stuff because he's a big guy. Like he's like when we were playing our last couple years hockey.
Yeah.
He was in Bantam at the time. I was in, I guess for the States it'd be U15,
Yeah.
and I was in U18. And because of his size, we needed an extra guy, so they bumped him up.
Oh
Because at the
shit.
time, in his last year, Bantam, he would have been 6'2",
Holy shit.
like 6'2", like probably close to a buck 75,
Yeah.
buck 80. So they're like, yeah, we can just move him up. So he's always had the build for sports, just
Right.
not the coordination part of it. But he's getting like if you've seen in chat, he's taking up golf. Like I've been giving him lessons.
Oh, has he? Oh,
He's
no
getting
way.
he's getting better all the time. So.
Yeah. Ah. Now, what's your sports? What's your sporting background?
So I played a bit of baseball.
Yeah.
Played football. Like we've been talking in Twitter
Oh, yeah.
DMs. Played football. Played hockey. Played golf. Or pretty much. But football, hockey, and golf were pretty much my three main sports.
Now, being on, where you are on PI, I can't imagine you have many people to play. Because, like, I grew up in Newfoundland, and football just wasn't. It's even still today. It's not on a radar. Like rugby came in maybe in the late, I don't know, maybe late '80s, early '90s back home. But football.
Definitely rugby's bigger here.
Mm-hmm.
It must be just a kind of East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Because we grew up. We were born on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But grew up in Southern Ontario.
Oh, no way.
Pretty much, yeah, in Fort Erie. It's right across the border from Buffalo, New York. So,
Yep.
of course, that's...
Okay. Now that explains why there's such a tie to the Bills. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's where I started my football.
Ah.
I started playing there because football is huge in Ontario, like especially Southern Ontario.
Yep.
But essentially when we moved back to the East Coast, didn't really want to travel 45 minutes to an hour for practices and all that. So I just kind of put my focus more on golf side.
Oh, okay.
So, so I definitely missed playing football, but my body didn't miss playing football.
Oh, I bet. I see some of the hits, and the kids are getting bigger and bigger, and you just like...
Oh, I know.
God, the beating it takes.
And at the time, like, for height-wise anyway, I was considered undersized.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm tall, but, you've seen some of the elite guys, like, especially in Ontario where high school goes from grade 9 to 10, or 12.
Yep.
So I'm a grade 9 kid.
Yeah.
Playing against grade 12 kids.
Oh, shit.
So, anyway, so I was definitely undersized for the position I was playing. Like, I played defensive end and a bit of offensive tackle, but mostly defensive end.
Yeah.
So, I definitely miss it some days, but whenever we moved to the East Coast, definitely put my focus more in golf and hockey.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, and we had an exchange. Like you, so I swing left from baseball, shoot left hockey, but I throw right. And you've got a mixed combination there.
Yeah. So I think part of it is too is because Dad's left-handed. My father's left-handed for golf.
Yeah.
And hockey. So anyway, shoot left in hockey. Baseball, I can hit switch, but for power, I hit right.
Yeah.
And then golf, I'm right.
So hockey's left, golf is right.
Yeah. So I'm opposite of what you normally are. Like Deadly's right in both.
Yeah.
Our other brother's left in both.
Yeah.
So I'm a weird one for that.
I was gonna say I've never met anybody who's like hockey's one way, golf is the other. It's just like wow, because it's the mechanics are the same. Yeah, but just...
you think like part of the reason why I think it was easier transition for me is I was a goalie in hockey.
Yeah.
So you don't really have the mechanics of a shot.
Yeah.
So I started golf before I started playing hockey.
Okay.
So I already had a right-handed swing, but just for hockey, for some reason, it must have been because I catch with my left hand. So the goalie stick's left-handed, so you just get used to shooting that way.
Yeah. Oh shit. So, that's wild.
Yeah.
So golf is your main game?
Yeah, definitely now. Just with some injuries and stuff, I had to pretty much stop playing hockey. Dove into coaching pretty hard for the last, I'm not this year, but for the last about 15 years.
Yeah. Coaching hockey or golf?
Yeah. Both, but more hockey.
Yeah.
So the saying is once you realize you can't play anymore, you start coaching. I just realized that at a much younger age, a lot of people. I was like a AA kid, whatever.
Yeah.
I might affiliate a little bit with the AAA, but never actually really play.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't the worst, wasn't the best, but I realized, I should probably start coaching if I want to stay in this game.
Oh, good for you, man. That's
But
awesome.
yeah, but yeah, golf's my main game now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and it's golf is fun. It's one of those sports you just got to continually play. Like I play maybe 3 times a year, and I have a great, I have a good drive. I can keep in the fairway. I get some of them out plus 300, but the short game, man, the short game is
Oh
awful.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
where you lose and win it.
yeah. That's where it's feel, right?
Yeah,
So most of the time, if people golf a bit, they can get it around tee to green. But once
yeah,
you get around the green, if you don't have that feel, if you don't have the consistency of it, it's tough to kind of keep it,
yeah.
all consistent and even.
Like my most hatred club next to the putter is probably my lob wedge because there's more times I'm sculling it than actually putting it airborne.
Yeah, the amount I play, like those are the clubs that I score with.
Yeah. Oh,
So
absolutely.
pretty much, yeah. Like I don't hit it. I hit it far, but I don't hit it. Like there's guys that hit way farther than me.
But
So
it's like the saying goes, you putt for drive for show, but you putt for dough. That's
exactly,
where
yeah.
you win the game.
Yeah, I
And
definitely make up for shots
yeah,
around the greens. That's for sure.
yeah. Like I'd sooner take a 3-iron or 4-iron and hold it like almost like a putter
Yep.
than take out the lob wedge. It's just
Well,
I
that's
just
what like
have,
whenever I used to do lessons, that's what like we used to tell people. If you don't have the time to practice,
yeah,
the quicker you keep the ball on the ground around the greens, the better.
yeah,
So like chip with a 7-iron instead of a sandwich, stuff
yeah,
like that. Like if you get rolling like a putt earlier, the more consistent you're gonna be
yeah.
for sure.
Ah. So now so you talked about the Bills thing. So yeah, so one of the things that you want, said, hey, I'm not going to my camera up, but throw the Josh Allen up, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
God, and it's just being a
Yeah,
Patriots
just a little
fan.
little dig.
Oh, it's a little
dig.
bit of a dig, and
And
I don't know if you saw the,
I saw it.
you don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but the
Yeah.
Belichick thing,
Yeah. With what
the text.
Oh yeah, with two Flores.
Yeah, holy
Oh
cow.
yeah, that was that was yeah. And then Flores is suing the NFL now. Did you see
Right,
that as
and
well?
because of Belichick's tweet or text, I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah." So
Yeah, he just saw Brian, and he
Yep.
just yeah, but it was Dayball. So I don't. I've mixed. Well, definitely. I don't really want to dive into the
No, God,
Brian
no,
Flores
no.
thing, but
Well, you can dive into the hatred of the Patriots and everything
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah, but no, like, but back to what the text originally was about: Brian Dayball leaving the Bills.
Yeah,
Bills fans, I've seen mixed reactions.
yeah,
Because it seemed like the last few years, our red zone offense has not been good.
no,
We have no issues getting there,
Right.
But then it's just the play calling's kind of odd at
Yeah.
the time. So we're kind of looking forward to maybe a fresh look. We have Josh Allen, so at the end of the day,
that's yep, that's exactly,
that's a
and
big
that's the
thing.
way and that's how I'm looking at the Patriots right now.
Yep.
We are from a QB standpoint, we're looking good.
Yeah, Mac Jones is going to be good.
He is.
He has
Yeah.
some growing to do yet, but he's going to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did cheer for the Bills. There was a couple of times
Yeah.
in my life I did cheer for the Bills, and one was when Bledsoe went there because he
Yep.
just he did a nice letter to the Patriots or the Boston
Yep.
fans, and then I rooted for him there. And then also when you guys had Flutie.
Yeah, that's so. The first Bills game I can remember watching was some of the games during that Flutie year,
Yeah,
and then the miracle, where the lateral against the Titans,
Yeah.
in the playoff, the whole Brent Johnson thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you So that's the first kind of Bills thing I truly remember. That whole saga
yeah.
about how Flutie got them there, but
I know, and that's
ownership.
Yep.
Ownership and the GM thought Brent Johnson was their guy, so they went with him.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
that's the second time Flutie got screwed over in his career. I think back in the Charger days too, when or
Yeah.
no, was he Charger? I can't remember.
He was a Charger.
Yeah. And then
But he was a Charger late.
yes,
wasn't he?
I'm thinking of
Yeah.
different times the Chargers screwed over. It was Drew Brees. They got
Yeah,
Drew
'cause
Brees, and they went with the
they-
other guy.
Yeah, but wasn't the other guy Philip Rivers though?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess it's kind of almost like the Bledsoe Brady thing, right?
Right.
Like,
Yep.
the guy that's leaving is still a very good quarterback.
Yep.
But you're going with the younger guy that's definitely showing the upside,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
But the Bledsoe Johnson thing, I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah.
Because I think before the Bills, Bledsoe was in the CFL.
Yep.
So, or not Bledsoe, Flutie, sorry.
Flutie, yeah, Flutie was in the CFL,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think before he went to the Bills, he was there, and then he was a Patriot for a little bit, which kind of stung.
Yeah.
It was weird seeing him in that jersey. It'd
Yeah.
almost be like seeing Matt Sundin in a Montreal jersey.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, so my Bills fandom got off to a roaring start with that lateral against Tennessee, and then
God.
yeah, and then it's ever since. I was alive, but I don't really remember the 4 straight Super Bowl losses.
Yes, that's when I've sort of had a vague interest in football back then, but really until I moved down here to New England, it's like, okay, I got to watch, I'm going to watch football. All right, let's go with the Patriots, and that was the Bledsoe year. So it was a good run. That's football.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it is. Now, do you do anything with fantasy football?
Yeah. Do I?
Yes.
Oh yeah, like the league I'm in, I've won it 2 of the last 3 years, and probably should have won it this year, but my team just got hit hard with COVID. I finished first kind of easily in the season portion.
Yeah.
Ended up losing in the first round because half my team was injured in COVID. So I think I only had 1 starter that I started the year with.
Yep.
From the first round of the playoffs. So anyway, no, I'm big into fantasy football, do a fantasy hockey pool and all that stuff. So
yeah, a couple of years ago, I got sucked into fantasy, and it was just like it makes every game so much more fun. I got hooked. It's awesome.
The way I like it too, because like if the Bills aren't playing, you still have an interest in watching the other games, right?
Yeah, until Monday night game. If it could have an effect on how it's pretty good. Like football is definitely made for fantasy, and I know they spun off golf. They've basketball and hockey, and
football is just a whole different level though.
It is absolutely.
I think I gave a guy one of the worst beats in fantasy football history this year. So I was down. I think I was down like 2 points.
Yeah.
All I had left was Tampa's defense.
Yeah.
So it's late in the game. I'm still down the 2 points, and I think they were playing the Falcons. And Matt Ryan throws 2 pick sixes in the last 2 minutes. So I end up winning, like going away with it.
Oh,
but yeah, the last 2 minutes he throws 2 pick sixes, and the guy I was playing was not happy.
Oh shit!
But that just shows you never stop watching. Right?
No,
Especially
exactly.
Your fantasy team going.
Yeah, well, just like the Super Bowl with the Patriots beat the Falcons. I was like, who would have saw that? That was incredible.
Saying, who's his name? He's the coach of San Fran now. I'm blanking on it.
Oh,
Kyle Shanahan.
Yes.
He was the offensive coordinator of that game.
Oh.
He was the coach when San Fran blew a Super Bowl lead, and then he blew the lead
as a coach
last weekend. So it's a bad trend that he's kind of in right now.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Now, when it comes to hockey, who's your team? The Oilers, I think.
No, I'm a Leafs fan.
Oh, a Leafs fan. I'm sorry.
So growing up as a Bills fan and a Leafs fan was rough.
That is, yeah.
But I'm dedicated.
Yeah,
I'm never jumping off the wagon.
No, you guys had some, showed some hope there a couple of years ago, and
last year was supposed to be a cakewalk, and of course we lose to the Habs in the first round.
Yeah, that is my team, but I'm suffering this year. Yeah. Geeks and I are, we cheer for the Habs, and it is awful. All the memes I'm getting from my Toronto fans are just like, oh god.
I'm trying to be as nice as possible because I'm like, the Leafs went through all this 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh, definitely.
So like, the way I view it now, if there's a game that the Leafs are supposed to win, they're probably not going to win it. Like, literally, they could be playing a team's East Coast team, and they'd be like, oh yeah, the Leafs will run away with this, no issues. But yeah, nope, they lose. That's pretty much it. They're cursed.
They are, yes, absolutely. Oh man.
Because with that series against Montreal last year, I said, you could literally just have the exact same 2 teams, switch jerseys. The team wearing the Leaf is going to lose. Yeah,
well, just like Boston a few years ago, you guys had that big lead, and then it was just like, I think it was like a 4 or 5 goal lead, and it was just, it was like, wow, that's a collapse.
Yeah, that was Yeah, definitely was. Yeah, how do I say it? Took a lot not to put a hole in the wall.
Oh,
For
I
that
bet. I
one.
bet as a Leafs fan, because like they
Yeah,
kept showing like the crowd outside their Canada Center was like all fired up, and then another goal, and it's like
yeah,
slowly you just got so. Oh, it was
yeah. I
yeah,
still remember I tweeted out when they went up 4-1 in that game, and I kind of noticed on Twitter Leaf fans were starting to like feel themselves a little bit. They're like,
oh
I'm just like, it is far from over, guys. It is far from over, and
yeah,
then it happened, and I was like, oh god, because I was a like, I felt really bad for James Reimer in that because I was a big Reimer guy,
yeah,
and he's the only reason they got to that point.
yeah.
Because he carried that team through that. It was a shortened season, lockout season.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, so he's the only reason they got to the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh
And
shit.
for them to kind of just collapse on him in front of him like that, oh, I felt bad for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, you're pretty active on Twitter.
Yeah,
Stay in touch
probably
with
too
everybody.
active. Well, especially over the last 5 days or so.
Yes. Oh yes.
So
Well
kinda,
yes. Yes.
the way I look at it, I'm never gonna not
Be
make
who
my
you are.
opinion known on things.
Yeah. Nope.
So I'm not one of those people that are going to have a fake Twitter account with my name attached to it.
Yep.
Because the way I view it is, if you have to do that, if you're putting an opinion out there that you have to put under a burner account or
Right.
fake name, you shouldn't be putting that opinion out there.
No, that's not right.
If you think it's going to affect your life that negatively, you should not be putting it out there into the world.
Yeah. You shouldn't be on Twitter at that point too either.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
I definitely have to take a social media break every once in a while. Get away from it.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's definitely worse in the winter. Like, as far as, like, of course, with living in New England and the
Yep.
East Coast, not a whole lot to do some days whenever it's storming out. So
Nope.
you pretty much start scrolling through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and kind of get on a roll some days.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was just up. I took my mom home to Kingston, and
Yep.
I spent a day and a half up there, and it just reminded me of the cold. It's just like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's like like you said,
It's the
you're
cold that
inside.
goes
Nobody's
through
going
you.
outside. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. Well, on the East Coast, it's a wet cold that you can't really
Yep.
describe to some people. Like like you and Pi and me out in Newfoundland. It's just like it's bone chilling. And
It's the cold. You go outside, you breathe through your nose once, and your nostrils freeze up.
yep, exactly.
That kind of cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like the heat, like in Arizona, they say a dry heat, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain to people. It's not humid. It just feels
Yeah.
like you're walking into a hair dryer 24/7.
Yes. Yeah. So that's why we stay inside so much up there, and that's
Exactly. That's why we just build our igloos and start our
Yes.
fires and just hunker down for the winter.
Yes, we Canadians, we kill the beavers, and we just drink beer and maple syrup, and and live in igloos.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Travel
yeah.
by dog sled.
Yes,
you know.
exactly.
I've heard them all. There's a funny Rick Mercer
Yeah.
bit that he does where he goes around. I think he's in New York, and he asks Americans stuff about Canada.
Yeah.
It's all the typical stuff, like
Yeah.
the ice wall is melting. What do you think of that? And stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
just like, so it's funny, but I really like a lot of our guys from the States.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, and a lot of them do know a lot more about Canada than we think. But there is definitely people that are kind of naive to us.
Yeah, I get I've been down here for so long, but there's still some words that
Yep.
come out like roof or about, and it's like
Yeah.
oh okay, you're from Canada. It's like yep, I am.
What's funny? So when Halo Infinite dropped,
Yep.
I played some games with Deadly on stream or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because both of our backgrounds in Halo loved it. So I was talking, and chat was kind of like, "Oh, what's this accent?" You know what I mean?
Is he from Minnesota?
Yeah, because I'm trying to watch it a little bit today.
Yeah.
But the East Coast definitely comes out at me in a bit.
Oh.
So, but because Deadly doesn't have that,
Yeah.
and someone in the chat coined it as his no-life streamer accent. So he kind of avoided the East Coast thing because like people don't realize like we're from the East Coast, but Deadly lived in Ottawa for years. He
Right.
grew up his main parts of his life in Ontario.
Yeah.
Moved back here like in grade 9.
Yeah.
So he didn't, and then he moved away for university. So he hasn't been in the communities as much as like myself.
Yeah.
So they've definitely had more of an influence on me. Like I know around here, he's known as Will's brother,
Okay.
just because
Because Because you've
I'm
been
big
there.
in the golf. Yeah, big in golf, big in hockey.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of community stuff. So like, I'm big in the local community, as far as just people know who I am,
Yeah.
kind of thing. That's good and bad.
Yes.
But because you kind of don't get, what little small towns Canada's like, you don't get privacy sometimes.
No.
Because everyone's wanting to know your business.
Oh, absolutely. That is
But,
small town.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, he's known as Will's brother. So I would like to point that out to anybody from the chat watching, that I am the famous one here. He is my younger brother still, and I can still beat him up.
There we go.
So
That's perfect. Oh man. Now let's taking it back to Tarkov. Do you play Tarkov?
I do. I definitely don't play a lot.
Yeah. It's
just because with work and some other commitments.
Yeah.
I play when I can. It's definitely a game you have to keep up with. The kind of, as far as you definitely probably know.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a brutal game that you need to play consistently. It's not something you can just play on the side
with like Call of Duty, you can like jump in, jump out. You know
right.
what I mean? Like, might take you a few games, but you'll get back to speed pretty quick.
Yeah.
So pretty much the extent of my Tarkov play at the moment is a lot of scav raids, just while I'm modding.
Yeah.
Because that way I don't have to pay full attention to the raid.
Right.
So right now I'm only like level 10 in Tarkov, but I have about 15 million rubles.
Oh shit.
Because I just do money runs, just do scav runs.
Yeah,
that's all I do, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like with Tarkov too, I don't play it much, but I keep on top of everything that's going on in Tarkov, just because as a mod, I follow their Twitter and everything, all the news and everything that's going on in the game. So just because with the size of the chat, like we mentioned before, Deadly can't answer every question that he gets in chat.
Yep, that's true.
We do our best to answer those questions for people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why you have to stay on top of things. Of course, you get the guys that ignore us because they want to get the answer from him directly.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But so yeah, we just do our best to keep up with everything, so we can inform the chat as well as possible.
Oh, good. Now, what other game are you playing? Like, you're playing anything else on the side while you're modding, or like today? What is your not today, but like what is your main game you're playing these days?
Main game I'm playing these days, actually, I've been meaning to beat it for a while. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Big fan of Assassin's Creed stuff because I like history and all that, and kind of how they intertwine it. I enjoy those a lot.
Yeah, they do it well.
Yeah, like I play. I haven't played in a while, but I play Warzone. I play Halo.
Yeah.
But as far as my main game right now, I'd have to go with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And then the sport, I play some NHL, Madden, stuff like that too on the side. But
yeah. There's as a sports fan and playing the sports games, there's just nothing better than
Oh, I know.
Playing against your buddy or whatnot in those games.
I used to be fairly good online.
Yeah.
I haven't played online much in the last couple of years, and the kids have definitely surpassed me.
Yeah,
they're what do they call it? The quick twitch muscles.
Yeah.
Way better than this 31-year-old here. I know that. But yeah, I love jumping to franchise modes and stuff like that. Just rolling through those. And
now, is Ned in the sport games as well?
Oh, big time. Well, he's not as much into gaming.
Yeah.
He played a bit of. Do you remember the old Desert Storm games?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he played a lot of those. Played a lot of like Soulcom. Played a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
When he was younger.
Yeah.
Didn't play much. He was ridiculously good at Battlefield for some reason. Like, and he used to play on my account in GTA 5 online.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have his own Xbox Live account at the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'd log on, and all of a sudden I'd be in a dunce. Remember the dunce cap lobbies?
Yep. Oh no!
Bad sport lobbies. Yeah. He'd steal a jet from the military base, kill everybody in the lobby, and then I'd log on the next day and be in the bad sport lobby. I'm like, oh great.
Oh, thanks, man.
Because he's for a guy that doesn't game, he's pretty ridiculously good at sniping and Battlefield and stuff like that. Like, but as far as sports goes, though, he's definitely the biggest athlete of the family.
Yeah. Oh shit.
He played some Quebec Major Junior hockey.
Oh, no
played
way.
Junior A. Yeah, and was a very, very, very good soccer player.
Yeah.
Like probably could have went a little farther in soccer, stuff like that. But so yeah, he was a very good hockey player. He played Canada Games hockey, stuff like that.
Oh shit, nice.
So anyway, yeah. So but yeah, that's actually how Deadly got his name.
Oh really?
I don't know if he covered that on the podcast
I
he was
don't think
on.
so.
I forget what game they were playing. One of the either Battlefield or
Yeah.
something. And Sean didn't have a gamer tag really at the time.
Yeah.
So our other brother, his in-game name was Deadly Nedley.
Yeah.
So of course Sean takes the Deadly moniker and just adds his initials.
Oh, okay.
SLOB. So that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
People think slob, like, think
Oh.
he's lazy and a slob.
No
But
way.
it's just the capital letter of
Yeah.
each of his initials.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's how he came up with it, and he's
Yeah.
just stuck with it ever since. That was, he would have been 14, 13 when he made that.
Holy shit.
Now he's 29.
Yeah.
So he's had that forever.
Now you guys will be busting his balls about hitting the big 3-0.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't let us hear the end of it. So.
Oh, really? Okay, so there's some payback
Yeah.
going on.
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's
Big
awesome.
time. He was rubbing it pretty good whenever, because we both turned 30.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, it's still in my 20s, still young.
Yeah.
Still got my life ahead of me, all this. I'm like, geez, man, I'm only 2 years older than you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But yeah, no, he's definitely going to be hearing it a bit.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Cool. Well, hey, man, I we almost at an hour here. I do appreciate your time. This has been fantastic.
No worries at all. I really enjoyed it.
That's good. Definitely do it again. Something we do, I did with the hideout, and I'm going to do it here. Who do you calling out? Who would you recommend shouting out here saying, hey, you should come on the Tarduck podcast?
All right.
Two people you don't like.
What?
I said 2 people you don't like.
2 people I don't like.
No, I'm kidding.
No. I'm going to call out Markstrom.
Okay.
Markstrom, you might be all 5'7", but you're definitely tall enough to ride this ride.
Oh, awesome. There we go. I'm going to be coming for you, Markstrom.
Yeah. No, he's definitely a very smart individual and has a lot of good opinions on the gaming world.
Yeah.
So if you could get him on, and he's big in the Tarkov as well. So
Yeah.
I think he'd be a good get for you. So I'm going to call him out. You should come on this podcast there, Mark.
There we go. Done. I'm going to reach out to him and we'll get him on.
It's #Browntown. I had to throw that in for him.
Oh, what is Toxic Tuesday?
Oh, it seemed like over Christmas break, it just seemed, for some reason, it seemed every Tuesday chat was just ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Don't really know why,
Yep.
but so Deadly just started calling it Toxic Tuesday. So yeah, I really don't know why chat was so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there's summer chat and there's drops chat, which is the kids are home from school during the summer.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And then drops chat. There's just you getting everybody like in the whole community
Yeah.
coming to one spot. So of course you're gonna get more toxic people.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toxic Tuesdays. It seems like that's the day they all decide to come to chat.
Oh, that's too funny. Now he streams like I forgot about this piece of it. Like you guys, his streaming schedule is really morning, afternoon, right?
Yeah,
Not in the evening.
No, so he usually streams. I guess it'd be 8 a.m. Atlantic.
Yeah.
just trying to think of the
Yeah.
time zones here, and then he usually goes for 6 to 8 hours anywhere in that window. He'll do the odd evening stream if a game drops or he's just literally got nothing really to do. He might jump on WoW or New World. Like when New World was a thing, he'd do some evening New World streams.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the start he did 7 days a week, 4 to 5 hours. Now he does just the 5 days a week, but he goes a bit longer, so he's actually streaming longer during the week. So
yeah, because I'd be curious. Like I got to think, chat is different in the morning, afternoon versus, when the kids come home from school. To evening. It's sort of.
Yeah, it's nothing against them, but they tend to be a little more edgier in chat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why actually he has such a big European.
Oh, okay.
Like European, and we had a lot of Australia as well.
So he's like David Hasselhoff. He's just big in Europe.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. With
Awesome.
the big, open shirts and stuff like that too.
Yes.
Get a video of him Baywatch though. That's what everyone wants to see.
There we go. All right, you have to sneak a shot of that one so we can get that out. Topless
Yeah,
Deadly.
That might be right up there with swinging the meaty hammer around.
Exactly.
Things people
Yeah,
do
you
not
got to
want
get him
see.
back for that one.
Yeah, for sure. Might have to Photoshop his head and Dave Hasselhoff.
There we go.
Baywatch outfit or something like
Absolutely. All right, Will. Well, hey, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Noof.
All
It
right.
was a great time. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, man. You have a good one.